Shalom. Call all Yahweh Shem Yahushua by Shem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops at Great Millstone that taught us this truth and ruled well, and to the men that taught them. Peace and blessings to the elect, the nation of Israel, and that begins with the 144,000 who are the prophets today, and also the great multitude of men, women, and children the Heavenly Father is going to have mercy on. And you so-called Black, Latinos, and Native Americans, you are the true Hebrew Israelites, and that is according to the Holy Scriptures. And I'm coming with another lesson. This is your brother Dawadah, and this lesson will be entitled, When the Most High Divided to the Nations their inheritance, when He separated the sons of Adam. Yeah. So we are in beautiful times right now, Akim, especially with what is going on throughout the world today in the news. Basically, Babylon is slowly falling. You know what I'm saying? These prophecies are coming to their fulfillment. You know what I'm saying? And basically, this place is falling. You know what I'm saying? Falling apart every day. The Most High don't want us to be all together. You know what I'm saying? He never meant that to be. That's why he wants our kids, separated from the heathens. You know what I'm saying? But in this world, of course, you have to play along with the shenanigans. That everything is pushed out here. You know what I'm saying? Because when our kids join, with other nations, man, and as they get older, what they do, they just messed up in the head. You know what I'm saying? And basically what happens is they lose their identity and who they are. You know what I'm saying? They don't know who they are. They lose their heritage, and that's not good, and who are those main people, you know what I'm saying? That we want to join hand in hand with, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely the self-proclaimed so-called white man that pushed that out there. And he did that to hide his identity, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't want anybody to know, who his nation is, which his nation is the self-proclaimed so-called white man, which would be the Edomites today. Man, woman, and children, Yeah. And let's go to the first scripture, Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse, because Esau is known to, you know what I'm saying, that's his main agenda, so he doesn't, to join everybody together, and Most High don't like that. Let's go to Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5. Yeah, also, because he has transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keep it at home, who enlarges desire as hell, and is as death, cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, heap unto him all people. Yeah. So the main thing, he does is feeding, he feed people just nothing but his rhetoric, you know what I'm saying? His wine, which would be the philosophies of Esau Edom, which he loved, that's what he loves doing, you know what I'm saying? And one thing he has done, throughout the four corners of the earth is push this, you know what I'm saying, if you have a kid with the father, you know what I'm saying, whoever it is, that kid is mixed, which is number bullcrap. You know what I'm saying? It determines the seed by the father, not by the mom also. You know what I'm saying? And he is a proud man, pushing nothing but bullcrap. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the things that he pushes throughout the four corners of the earth. And what our people do, our people believe that crap. They believe, because what they do is they just go, when they get older, they tell them, I'm mixed. I got either a so-called black dad or a so-called black mom, you know what I'm saying? So then they say I'm mixed, And all that does is mess the person's head up, you know what I'm saying, as they get older. So you see, You lose who you are. And the main thing you lose is your heritage, which when you go to their schools, what they do, they just push something that they want you to hear. You know, they don't want you to know who you are. They want to teach you their history, their story. You know what I'm saying? His story. So that's what they're there for. You know what I'm saying? That's why they want your kids at a young age to push that rhetoric, that crap. You know what I'm saying? And that's why this place got to go. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 12, verse 26. The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduces them. Yeah. And that's what he does, you know what I'm saying? Especially to Jake, you know what I'm saying? You know? And Jake is more excellent than the heathen, you know? But when Jake and Eve, you know, get around the wicked, especially the so-called white man, they don't know how to act, you know what I'm saying? Especially, you know, when we take on, you know, what was pushed on us, especially when you see a Mo, you know, for example, if it's a Jake or Eve, man, they real flamboyant with it, you know what I'm saying? There's a separation between them when an Esau, Edomite does it, you know what I'm saying? When they're a Mo, there's no comparison, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, they just messed up our people, man, all in the head. And what Jake wants to do? Jake wants to trim his ways, you know what I'm saying, to seek love. You know, let's get that. You know, because that's how Jake operates. You know, he wants to be loved by the oppressor, but instead of loving himself or loving his people, he go astray. You know what I'm saying? Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 33, and why trim thy way to seek love? Therefore hast thou also taught the wicked ones the ways. Yeah, and this is what Jake does all the time, you know what I'm saying? They coon for Esau, super coon. They love trimming their ways for him, you know what I'm saying? You know, and most of our, what happened with most of our stars, you know what I'm saying? What they did was they sold out, you know what I'm saying? Because they're trying to seek the love from Esau, you know? But what we supposed to do with our kids, man, we supposed to feed them this truth, you know what I'm saying? We supposed to build their spirit up. We supposed to teach them instead of Esau teaching our people, especially when they go to school. No, you're supposed to make sure the kid know about, you know what I'm saying, Yahweh Shai, you know? Let's go to Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6. Train up a child in the way that he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. Yeah. And like I say again, that's what Esau's main reason is, you know what I'm saying, is to break our families up. That's why he always go to the woman and manipulate the woman, you know what I'm saying? And that's why today Eve, you know, is willing to participate in anything that Esau has pushed out there. These pagan days, you know, they doing that with no problem. Celebrating, you know, which we just passed some of it today, you know what I'm saying, past some of the pagan holidays, Christmas, New Year's, you know what I'm saying? You know, and that's why like I said again, he wants to get our kids at a young age to indoctrinate them, you know what I'm saying? And that's why we don't supposed to be together with all nations. We're supposed to be separated, you know, because Esau loved feeding with all kind of bullcrap, you know what I'm saying, to control our kids' mind, you know what I'm saying, you know. And you got the main people that's teaching our kids in these schools is Edomites, you know what I'm saying. They're running the schools, like the principal and assistant principals, you know. So it's to the point where they know what they're doing, you know what I'm saying. But you know, what can we do, you know what I'm saying? Because at one time, you know what, in Genesis, you know, all language was one language, but Most High didn't want that. Let's get that example. He didn't want that, you know what I'm saying? Genesis chapter 11, verse 1. And the whole earth was one language and of one speech. Verse 2. And it came to pass as they journeyed from the east that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. Verse 3. And they said one to another, go to, let us make brick and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime had they for mortal, So, and let's keep going. Read down to verse 9. And they said, go to let us build us a city and tower whose top may reach unto heaven, and let us make make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. Verse 5, and the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai came down to see the city and the tower which the children of men built. And the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai said, behold, the people is one, and they have all one language. And this is they began to do. And now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. Go to, let us go down, and there confounded their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. Verse 8. So the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshai scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of the earth, the face of all the earth, and they left off to build the city. Verse 9. And therefore this is the name of it called Babel, because the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshai did there confound their language of all the earth, and from this did the Lord Yahweh Shema scatter them abroad upon the face of all the earth. Yeah. So, who is Babel today? That's pretty much America, you know what I'm saying? Babylon, which is that word Babylon means confusion. And that's what America is. It's nothing but confusion. And that's why that's why the Most High don't want our people, together with these heathens, man. He wants us separated, you know what I'm saying? He don't want all nations together. He wants us to divide it, you know what I'm saying? And that goes and this is what the Lord thinking about today. The same thing. Nothing changed. Malachi 3:6. You know what I'm saying? But Esau's thinking his kingdom won't go on forever. He think his kingdom won't keep on, where he's gonna keep us all together, you know what I'm saying? Because we already know what he's trying to do, Yeah, we know that. But Esau, it ain't gonna happen. Job, let's go to Job 20, verse 23. And when he is about to fill his belly, the Most High should cast the fear of his wrath upon him, and should rain it upon him while he is eating. Yeah. Because the Most High is going to shut down. Man, he's going to shut Babylon down, man. You know what I'm saying? He don't want this confusion to keep going on, And the Most High, and he ain't all love, you know what I'm saying? He never set Babylon, aka America, up to be like this. Not at all. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to that Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 8. Because that's what our people want. Our people want to stay in this rut. You know what I'm saying? Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 8. And when the Most High divided the nations, their adherents, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. Slaki. So in the beginning, the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshai created all these different nations. You know what I'm saying? And to have one nation here and another nation here, you know what I'm saying? He divided them. He divided us, you know what I'm saying? And what I'm trying to say is he wants us to be separate. You know what I'm saying? Not all together, He separated us because when Jake get around the heathens, man, they mind just be all messed up. All effed up. You know what I'm saying? Because they trust in Esau. You know what I'm saying? They trust in his funky system, his funky ways, the beast system, And that's why the Most High wants us departed from this place. You know what I'm saying? Depart from this place. Let's get that Micah 2:10, because you're not gonna prosper in this place. Our people think they are, but you're not. You're not gonna get nowhere. Micah 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it should destroy you, even with the sword of destruction. Yeah. And that is why we have to separate ourselves, and that's through the spiritual aspect, because our people's mind has been polluted in Babylon. It has destroyed us completely, even with the sword of destruction. Yeah. Because our people is easy to be influenced, you know what I'm saying? Always loving Esau, you know what I'm saying? But they fail to realize destruction is coming to this place. So it's best for you to get yourself together. And when our people get around Esau, they act just like him, man. Just like him, man. Talk just like him. Especially when they get these jobs, man. These professional, these corporate jobs. Man. But soon when they get off work, man, they go back to their regular voice, man. That's what I'm saying. Why trim your way, to seek love from the heathen? You don't need to do that. You know what I'm saying? Just be yourself, But what they want to do, they want to go along to get along. That's just their motive, you know what I'm saying? Jake just stupid shit to be accepted, man. And that's how he is, Because Jake don't understand, man. Most High set us above all nations, you know what I'm saying? Let me get that and we'll close out on that one. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art a holy people. That word holy means separate people unto the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, thy power. The Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, thy power, hath chosen thee. Who he's chosen? The Israelites, the Hebrew Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, to be a special people, unto himself, unto the Most High, Yahweh Shema Shai, above all people. Does it say equal? No, that's saying above all people above above all people that are upon the face of the earth. And that's talking about all you heathens, you know what I'm saying? The Most High didn't want us together, you know what I'm saying? And he don't, and to this day, he don't want us together. He didn't want us together back in the ancient time, and he don't want us back together today. So he wants us separate from these nations, you know what I'm saying? And that time is coming where it's going to be like that. So I hope this was edifying. This is your brother Dawadah. Coming with another lesson. I want to say, call all y'all by Shem Al-Shai, by Shem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops at Great Millstone that taught us his truth, the 100% truth. To the Akim, peace and salutations to the Akim on the four corners of the earth, risking their lives each and every week on the highways and the byways, and to the brothers and sisters tuning in for edification. Shalom.